Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Today's episode, we are going to disembark the rover. Now, you notice I did shut these engines off. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to scroll in here and find Mr. Decoupler. Whoops, sorry, had my alarm set for 20 minutes for the last video. Okay, so we are pointed prograde, or retrograde. And we are going to decouple. Oops, we want to okay. Okay, so we have a burn in 47 minutes, and then that'll plant us in the ground. As you can see, the tug is right there. It's only 100 meters away, but we are safe enough away from it. Hopefully. Just want to make sure. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that we were far enough away that anything like that would not bother us. I lost my marker. Okay. Let's find that Mr. Marker. I just want to make sure I'm also controlling from here. Okay, let's go ahead and time warp ourselves into position. How's our tire situation? Our tire situation is good. Rover is, that probe there is 1 kilometer away. We shouldn't be bothered by it. Okay, so we will get ourselves down into landing mode. Then we shall take and get ourselves on the ground. Such a nice little planet. I may even take and go to Ike. But with the release of 0.23, they're giving us a science lab apparently. And even though I'm doing this in Sandbox, I'm going to use that as part of my space station. And it's not going to be a space lab or a science lab, it's going to be a snack lab, as I like to call it. Each module will have its own little designation. Mostly to keep everything in line with my weird sense of humor. Okay, so we'll time warp this up and get ourselves ready to make our burn. Hopefully we land on the bright side of the surface of Duna. Actually, I'm going to make a little quick change here. Oops, we don't need two of those, we just need these. And these. And these. And these. There we go. We shall get those 4 popped first, and then these 4 popped. Or these 6. Or 8, excuse me. Basically, these are the drogue chutes, and these will slow us down gently. And once we are within a safe distance, or a safe speed, deploy the next 8. And that'll slow us down to almost nothing. Now I know what you're probably asking is, well, what's with the big crane here that you've got to hook to? Well, that's basically just the delivery tool. All it's going to do is once it's down, I'm going to fire the engines up and let it self-destruct. It has no other purpose. Now it's over 20 kilometers away. Okay. Oops. We may want to give ourselves a little more room. Okay, that is us. So, let's go ahead and point ourselves back retrograde and roll ourselves. Okay, let's go ahead and time warp a little bit. And we'll just keep time warping a little bit. Since I don't have an in-camera view, I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. We'll go ahead and set those off. I'm just going to make sure. There we go. Now they're deployed. Good. Now this is how I'm going to tell my range, because these will pop, at least on Kerbin, they pop at fully open at 2500. Oops. So when these fully deploy, I know I'm getting closer to surface. These are usually 500 meters. So they'll probably deploy a lot later in the atmosphere here. Or a lot earlier, I mean. Instead of 500, they'll probably deploy around 1,000, give or take. Go ahead and time warp us just a touch more. Okay, well, we are getting into the surface now. It's not letting me go beyond that. See, look at that big high peak right there. Seems like I'm going to be landing in a nice valley. But I wanted to get this on the ground, like I said before 0.23 comes out. And when it comes out, I can see if I need to make any adjustments to my crafts that I have. I know I'm going to have to make an adjustment to Protractor. So when that mod comes back out, and MechJeb for reporting, for docking procedures rather, I will need to update that as well. I keep looking out the window trying to see if it snowed, but it's dark out so I can't tell. Hopefully. I could have probably came in at a better angle, but as long as I cleared that, I should be okay. You just barely clear that too, in fact. Okay, I'm at 18 kilometers and falling. Now I know some people are probably saying, well, you don't have to do a rover mission in Sandbox. I didn't really need to do it. I actually just wanted to do it for something different. Plus, I put this in a competition on the forums, and people were saying it was hard to detach the rover from the sky crane. I'm guessing this is a sky crane. I just call it a payload device. But I figured I'd film this and prove that I can detach it, and if I can do it, pretty much anybody can do it. Because I am not the greatest person at KSP. Okay, so you can see we are losing altitude rather fast, mostly because we were aerobraking. It looks like we're going to land in a nice shallow area, and it'll be daytime. So, let's go ahead and... Okay, the chute's popped at about 10,000 meters. I'll go ahead and turn off the SAS and let the drogue chutes do their job. Now, once this is down under 300 meters per second. So that way these will take less pressure off the craft. There we go. That is us. We are in business. As you can see, we are down to well under 40 meters per second, and the main parachutes have not opened yet. So once those open, we should be roughly around 6 meters per second. Maybe even less than that. And the only reason I'm scrolling in real close is I'm checking to make sure the tires didn't pop, batteries are all good, or the battery's good. And where's our shadow? Oh, we can't see our shadow yet. Oh, we've got a nice view of the sun, nice bright red deserty look. 31 meters, fully opened. Let's go ahead and deploy our landing gear. Oh, we are coming in quite hot. So we'll go ahead and slow ourselves. And that is us. We are on the ground. Control from here. And decouple node. See? And roller is on the surface of Duna. We're going to go ahead and apply his brakes. We are going to extend his pointer. Oops. Oh, we're going to extend the back dish for, well, its prettiness, really, is all it's for. And let's see here. We want to be away from him. Okay, well that didn't work out too well. But that makes an interesting screenshot. That'll go on the forums. Let's try this again. Extend. Extend. There we go. So, I'll take off the brakes. And one thing I always do, and we'll go ahead and so we'll take a little drive here and just see where we're at. Let's get ourselves a nice screenshot. So the Kerbal Space Program team has luck and take our screenshot. And actually, you know what? We are gonna just park her here. And that'll be it for this episode. This vessel will not be returning to Kerbin. This vessel will be parked on Duna for the foreseeable future. And as you can see, it has a ladder, it has a seat. Actually, it's got 2 seats, a couple generators, solar panels. So, there it is. Roller landing on Duna, making all of its payload expectancy. So, we will revert to Space Center. We're just going to clean up. So if you've enjoyed the videos, again, rate, favorite, subscribe, leave comments below, and until next time, because I know I didn't say it before, have fun.